Hello, welcome everybody. For today's live stream, it's pretty simple. I'll just be continuing on with the comps analysis of all the other companies that came up in my research. So, yeah, yesterday we went through Kakaku, which was fruitful for many other reasons. We saw a very high quality business in the Tabelog business, and the fact that Kakaku does a lot of customer referral business, and that's kind of like their bread and butter. And then, yeah, that seems to be the categories that they're expanding. Currently, Kakaku looks a little bit expensive. Would like to get in at a cheaper price, but that was very fruitful. So the next company I'm going to go look at is Kyoto. Kyoto shows up, 2436 shows up a lot. So that's the next company I'm going to be looking at. Let's change the ticker to reflect that. Two, 436 was it? Two, 436, yes. Okay, nice. And yeah, currently we're at 25% of the way to our weekly goal of 100 subs. So if you haven't subbed yet, please make sure to sub. So what is Kyoto? Kyoto is a public relations company. It operates as an integrated communications and public relations agency in Japan and internationally. The company offers media relations, strategy, public relations, crisis and risk management, public affairs, and digital marketing services. Kyoto Public Relations was incorporated in 1964. Yeah. So that's not extremely important, but I'm quickly going to type something in the notes real quick. In the chat, sorry. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at the share price of Kyoto. So it's at an all-time, is it all-time high? Recent history all-time high, I'd say. Before 2018, 2019. Dropped to around 400 and has doubled since then. Last year it dropped back to 400 and doubled. Okay. So let's take a look at the income statement. Okay, revenues have increased around 50% over the last 7 years or so, 7 or 8 years. Gross profit margin hasn't increased that much, 800, so around a third. SG&A stayed rather constant, if not has declined a little, resulting in operating leverage. Okay, let's take a look at enterprise value. The company has quite a bit of cash, so enterprise value likely is low. So 2.7 on 7.5 is around 5 billion. Okay, pretty cheap multiple. About PE 10 times. Okay. Look at profitability. Yeah, EBIT margins in the teens. SG&A margin wasn't it flat earlier? I guess it just declined very minimally. Net income margins in the mid single digits. what's ROIC in this company? Okay, in the teens. So could be also an asset-light business model. Let's take a look at cash flow. D&A increased substantially for some reason. CapEx, not a lot of CapEx. I mean, it's public relations, right? So it's mainly human labor. I'm very curious at what the impact of AI is. Oh, I forgot to even. Did I share my live stream? I didn't even share. I don't think I've even shared my live stream yet today on my Twitter yet. I'm gonna do that real quick. Somehow I already have 2 viewers. Nice. Welcome. I'm gonna quickly post. Posted on Twitter. Yeah. Posted a link. I'm going to quickly post the same thing on Substack as well. And then we're off to the races. Give me a sec. Okay, good. Complete. Nice. Okay. Oh, okay. We have 3 viewers. Nice. Welcome, whoever you are. Please engage in chat. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Yay. Yeah. Let's take a look at the actual company. Oh, 60th anniversary. I don't really know much about PR companies or like investor, like communications companies, but what I do know is that essentially, let's say there's a huge company fuck up, let's call it, and you need to issue a public apology of some sorts, then you would hire a PR firm for this to know how exactly to word it in a way that maintains your company's reputation, or to lessen the damage as much as possible. Public affairs refers to activities in which companies and organizations communicate strategically and appropriately with various stakeholders in the public sector. Nowadays, it's also called government relations, rulemaking, standardization strategy. In particular, communications relate to politics, and administration requires building trust with parties involved, which cannot be achieved overnight. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's take a look at IR. Wow, they already have Q1 stuff. Do they have fiscal year? Let's take a look at fiscal year. Security report. Oh, they have an English site. Let's take a look at that. Kyoto PR, pioneering the future of PR integrated communication. Oh, there are 4 of you now. Nice. Welcome. So what are their services? PR and media relations, communication strategy, crisis communications, digital marketing, public affairs, and financial sector services. as companies are now required to go above and beyond traditional investor relations activities and engage in strategic communications with financial markets and investors. Kyoto PR has the expertise and experience to successfully guide clients through complex M&As and IPOs. Interesting. 60 years in the market, 500 satisfied clients, average ROI of 400%. I'm curious how they would even calculate that. How do you determine ROI from how much you're paying them? Oh, so they have big clients, so international clients. Spotify, Google, Airbnb, Lambo, Pfizer, okay. Singapore Airlines. 4.8 stars. Okay. Okay, this is purely just an English website. It doesn't exactly show everything. So it's just an English website, which is fine. Okay, if this is in Japanese, I might have to translate it. Very likely I have to translate it. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Give me a second while I do that. I prefer to download my stuff on the side so you guys don't see my file folder. Let's see here. Kyoto-4800 AR. This is the IP. Fiscal year 2025 IP save. Just give me a sec, guys. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Save. Translation. For you guys who don't know, the website I use to translate financial statements is, or anything Japanese, is onlinedoctranslator.com. That is what I use. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect. It uses Google Translate basically to generate the translations. I wish there was a person who would make a version of this with ChatGPT conversion, translation. I mean, that would be way better, in my opinion. But it's free, so what can you do? If you guys know a better tool, please let me know. What I like about Online Doc Translator is that it keeps everything in the right columns and margins, and sometimes when you convert certain documents, the wording gets put into a different line. It maintains the organization of the original document. That's what I like. Okay. There we go. There we go. First thing I want to look at is do they have any investment securities? Because they have a cash pile. Yeah, they have, okay, very small investment securities balance relative to their cash balance. Some affiliate company shares, that's fine, it's not a lot. What is their next period forecast for this company? So they recently got 7.3 billion, 1 billion, 1 billion, 500. Okay, so next period they think okay, increase in EPS. So 84 yen. I believe they currently trade at oh, okay, so that's just 10 times PE. Wow, this is one jam-packed slide. Okay. Go back 4 years with each quarterly results. Oh, cumulative quarterly results. Okay. Go over that later in a bit. Sales, operating profit has been increasing. segments. So PR business, 1.5, 1.6, 1.4, 1.5, 1.5. PR business, their staple business, core business, has been kind of flat. Now they added an influencer marketing business. That's interesting. So how does that work? Do they connect with credible influencers? I'm curious of what they exactly do here. AI and big data solutions business. Okay. Very cognizant when companies throw out big words like that. Vaz Inc. Influencer marketing business will become a consolidated subsidiary in January 2022, and Keywalker AI and big data solutions will become a consolidated subsidiary. So it looks like these are acquisitions potentially. Second profits. So these are these cumulative? Yeah, this is quarter by quarter. So okay, on an annual basis, influencer marketing is profitable. So let's add this up. 25, 27, around 20, 30, 40, okay, around 40, good. 50, 80, okay. Wow, okay, segment profits for influencer marketing has increased. Curious how in some quarters has big drops. Like, how do you have 3 quarters that are really good and then 1 quarter like that? AI, big data business, segment profits have consistently been positive. Okay, very good. Very good. So if we think about it cumulatively, let's see, in a year this is around 100, this is a mil. This is what, 50, 80, 140, 190, 220, 220 something. So around a quarter of the size, those two added up, which is fine. PR, influencer marketing should be a service that you can pitch to current customers for sure, and this is likely going to increase as their credibility and reputation increases over time. Not exactly sure what their AI and big data solution does though. Sales by company. Joint. So they have different companies within their group. So WOW's group is the influencer, yeah. Keywalker is their AI. And then what is MP, Republic, and Joint? Those are cumulative sales. PR business sales. So maybe these are 3 different type of PR groups. It's probably PR businesses is what it looks like. What else? Segment external sales, retainer, spot, paid publicity. External sales, retainer foreign capital ratio. So they help out foreign companies with their PR as well. So domestic firms are still a bulk of the business, but they have diversified into international business, which is why they showcased on the previous slide Spotify, Lamborghini, etc. Okay, by also breakdown by industry type. IT, electrical, mechanical, and other manufacturing. Interesting. Electrical, mechanical, manufacturing. I guess that could be like, is that like consumer goods too? Food and beverage, professional services, government agencies, distribution, commercial facilities. That's the IP. That's the investor presentation. That's not very, okay. Okay. So I can tell you that this isn't a direct comp with Oricon. This is just a company that does PR. How does this have any relation as a comp? Like, I don't understand how this is a comp to Oricon. Oricon does rankings. They sell customer satisfaction survey data. So how does that completely link to PR services, right? Unless you're telling me like, they also package some PR data and sell that potentially and to make informed decisions. I mean, that's probably what the AI and big data segment does, right? Is they probably package some type of data to make informed decisions, potentially like PR decisions. But this doesn't really overlap with Oricon, so I think we can move on from this one. But it does look kind of interesting in terms of, you know, profitability and the actual valuation. So let's do a quick enterprise value calculation on this company. We don't have to do much for it, but I think it's worthwhile. We didn't do it on Koyfin yesterday, but we already determined that it was kind of, you know, fairly valued, so we can change it to that instead. Kyoto PR. I wonder if it is actually meant to say Kyoto PR, maybe. Not sure. They're actually at Q1 now, so I should be using their other filing. This one I had to quickly translate as well. Should be fast. So who are the people in the chat right now? Please say hi while I'm converting. You know, you guys can feel free to engage, ask me questions. Also, I'm doing, I'm launching the official challenge to the Japanese Company Handbook Challenge in 2 days on Thursday. So look forward to that, guys. Okay, we can look at Q1 now. Kyoto's at 869. Last quarter Q1. 25 probably shares outstanding. Market cap 7.5 billion. Look at cash. Cash. Dropped a little bit. That's fine. Tangible fixed assets. Intangible fixed assets. So very little assets need to do their business. So mainly a labor intensive business. Affiliate company shares, bankruptcy, deposit and guarantee, those are okay. Debt. Short-term borrowings, long-term borrowings due within the year. That's not. That's lease liabilities. Okay, long-term borrowing 261.041, and we're okay. Okay, so we have net cash balance, enterprise value of around 5 billion, excluding long-term investments, including it around 4.8. Book value. Two times book. Do they have any NCIs here? Yes, they do. 7%. What is their dividend? 14. So a little under 2%. So let's see here. I'm going to quickly do this one, 2024. Oh, we need the fiscal. Yeah, that is what we want. December 2023. Oh, that's when the year end is. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it has gone up over time, which is good. Looks like they're improving their profitability. Looking like they're gonna have a great year this period. $730. Okay. They have a cash flow statement. Okay. The letters are really small, so I gotta like look. Okay, that's fine. CapEx. Expenditure for tangible and intangible assets. Okay. Makes my life easier. Acquisition of shares in a subsidiary resulting in a change in the scope of consolidation income. So they are increasing their stake in their subsidiaries, which is good. Okay. I mean, we can just guess what we think this is, but we can sanity check with Koyfin real quick. It's higher in the most recent periods. Amortization of goodwill and intangible assets. How come I missed that? Let's see. Amortization of goodwill. Okay, there is a big balance there. Okay. Wonder what type of acquisitions they made to. This would have to be their influencer marketing business. I would, if I were to guess. Do they have any analyst coverage? I don't think so. Kind of small company. Nope. Yeah, let's look at this historical trend and make like a guesstimate right now at what that would look like. Because we don't know what they paid for something, so it's kind of difficult to say exactly. But they don't require much capex for the business. Made 155 here. Other investing activities. 113. Cash acquisitions 320. So if they paid 320 for something, right? Like 144, 147 would have been like fully amortized, almost. So it might not be that high actually in future periods. We can do 100. We can do DNA of in all inclusive 100. Capex might not be that high. This is very conservative, I think. Okay, P 10 times. Future period. PR business, so probably they get more. Their influence and marketing business look pretty strong, so it might be continuing to grow their revenues. So they are cheap on those multiples, and the question is, do we think that they continue, because the PR business is kind of flatline. The question is, can you take the same customers from the PR business and convert them into influencer marketing customers and for their AI? That's the question. And if they can do that, which they have been executing on that. It seems like 10 times is definitely a good rate. If they're not overestimating, we would have to look at the track record of what management promises and yeah, but looking pretty good. Yeah. But not a true comp of Oricon. So let's go back to the watch list. So that's Kyoto. So I think Kakaku is an indirect comp, but then that was a really bad comp. I don't think that was like a legit comp. I think that was a pretty poor comp. Direct comp. Okay. So next company, let's take a look at what we want to look at. Okay, so we have MUp Holdings. MUp Holdings shows up. Doesn't show up in lean RI. I see. IT Media. Okay, let's do IT Media. So okay, 2148. That seems like the next interesting company. So last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Okay, shares have dropped the last 10 years. Okay, so 2020. Oh, it has some COVID catalyst somehow. And then it's tanked all the way until 2024, and then it resurrected 2 times above that. Maybe it's just some surprise earnings. And then dropped to lows 1300. Now it's resurrected a little bit since April lows by around 25%. Hey Moods, Maymood, thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. Yeah, in 2 days I'll be doing the live stream, and yeah, trying to every month trying to find 10 A rating or above, A tier or above Japanese stocks. I have a pretty high bar for that, so it'll be difficult, but I'm looking forward to doing that. So yeah, and then every week I will do a summary post, sharing what I find, essentially, to my viewers. Yeah, thanks a lot, Maymood. And check out Maymood, guys. He has a Substack as well. He has a Twitter page as well, so you guys can check him out. He also does stock pitches and investment research. Okay, so let's see, IT description. IT Media engages in the development and operation of internet-only media providing information on various topics in Japan. The company provides information on information technology, digital gadget, business, engineering, and social culture. Okay, it offers digital advertising services such as advertorial for recruitment, advertising using reader behavior data, email magazine targeting mail, registration drive for in-house webinar, and display advertisement. Lead acquisition services include lead generation, lead utilization support services, online exhibition, sponsored webinars, virtual events, and hybrid services. It serves IT industry, consumer markets, and electronics. The company is formerly known as SoftBank IT Media. Oh, maybe they're an arm of SoftBank. Interesting. It changed its name to IT Media. Okay. Let's take a look at the profitability. I don't see how this is in direct competition with Oricon. The only thing is probably just the advertising segment, because Oricon has just started out their advertising segment. So hard to say. Okay, IT Media. So margins have increased, operating leverage, which has resulted in higher ROE over time. Gross profit margins have increased, so they've charged higher prices, or they've diversified into categories that can charge higher prices. Operating leverage, SG&A has gone down, which is good. And net income margins went from low teens or mid to high single digits to well into the higher teens and even into the 20% range, which is good. RIC. Good. Okay. So it's curious. So one question I have is, how were they able to achieve this operating leverage? What's their income statement look like? So they have almost doubled revenues. Essentially doubled revenues at one point. Okay. Let's do the LTM here. Okay. They doubled revenues, but then has gone down a little bit. That's okay. Back at the annual. Gross profit margins increased. So, okay, because SG&A margin has actually declined, but it's actually, even though SG&A as on an absolute basis has increased, but it increased at a lower rate than the rate at which total revenues increase, which is good. Operating income also increased. Let's see, 31 billion market cap, 21 times PE. So there's some growth component to this company, essentially. Okay, multiples. Oh, at one point it traded pretty low multiples. Let's see, what's LTM? Okay, these are growth multiples for sure. Enterprise value. Ah, they have a lot of cash. A lot of cash. So this is accurate. Let's say -7. So around 24, 25 billion. 25 market. 25 billion on okay, so 12.5 times EV/EBIT, somewhere around that range. Somewhere around that range. Okay, let's take a look at the company. There's an English site. Company introduction, IT's business, IT's history. Okay, let's take a look at IT Media's business. With 350 million page views and 40 unique browsers. Is one of the largest internet media in Japan. delivers 7,000 articles a month. Okay, so Oricon delivers 3,500 articles a month with their Oricon news and their distribution network. We provide specialized information in detailed and easy to understand manner. Reliable articles by expert journalists. Driving force behind SoftBank Group's information. It's kind of hard to see what that word is. Solutions? Something like that. The company was founded in 1999, went public 2007. Okay, so business to business, there is DX Digital Editorial Department, Industrial Technology, LG Business Headquarters, Creative Business Division, B2C's NetLab Station. Okay, I don't know Japanese here, so hard to determine what exactly the company does. Let's see. I clicked that English site, didn't I, earlier? Company profile. Download corporate brochure. Sure. Our media and services. I think I'll look at that too. About IT media. Realizing an information revolution through media innovation and contributing to society. Japan's largest internet-only media company. Internet-only media company. What's the bar for that? Delivering cutting-edge information in business and technology, connecting enterprises with their audiences. Our mission is to provide, powerfully support our clients' growth and digital transformation. Member of the SoftBank Group. Okay. Unshakable position in Japan's B2B technology media sector. Our strengths powerfully drive your success in the Japanese market. Boasting 400 million PV and 50 million unique browsers monthly. We can widely reach high-quality business and technology-interested audiences. Okay. We operate over 20 media outlets. Okay. Across various specialized fields such as IT, business, manufacturing, consumer. I wonder if they have any like YouTube channels or something, or websites I can look into to determine that, because Oricon has Oricon News. So in that regard, this is a comp to Oricon, in that Oricon has Oricon News. It does have news distribution. You can pay Oricon to help you write a promotional article on their website. And they provide like advertising, so I wonder if they do that. More than 100 editorial journalists with deep expertise in various fields deliver over 7,000 highly reliable articles annually, ensuring your message is conveyed accurately and compellingly to readers. I thought they do 7,000 monthly articles. Okay. DMP. Combining attributable data and behavioral history of approximately 1 million members. We enable precise targeting and effective measurement within Japan's complex purchasing processes. Extensive transaction track record. We have an annual transaction record of 2,300 companies contributing to success of numerous businesses in Japan. Okay, so what is their services? They have lead generation service. Okay, advertorial. So you write in, publish editorial article style advertisements in our media. Okay, that's similar to what Oricon already does. Email, magazine, advertisement. Deliver email advertisements to readers of our media. I'm curious what type of media they have. What websites do they operate to enable that? Yeah, see, they should mention where they post their articles, right? Okay, they offer business to these companies. Okay, these are big companies. I still don't know. Banner ads. Okay, B2B research. Okay, that's similar to what Oricon is doing. Conduct a survey among readers of our media. Ah, okay. They are doing that. Okay, so collecting data and probably selling it. Surveys, webcasts, supporting online events such as exhibitions and seminars. Guide readers of our media to apply for seminars. Sponsorship opportunities. Ah, okay, this is their media network. Okay. We operate over 20 specialized media outlets across 3 key domains: IT, business, industrial, manufacturing, consumer. Professionals in each field provide in-depth, highly reliable information. The difference is their niche is business and IT, whereas Oricon is focused on entertainment, right? So it doesn't it's sure we can say it's a similar business model, but it's not exactly the same, right? It's not like they have a ranking. So I think Oricon probably does better in that regard in their profitability, because they have this license to like rank companies, issue them awards, and then have this Oricon type of trademark logo use. This is they have like a media empire type thing. Yeah. But they are trying to use IT media as much as possible, which is something I like. Kokaku doesn't really do that. They have like different brands. So like Tabelog is one brand, Kokaku.com is one brand, Kyojin Box is one brand, right? So they've used the IT aspect in several places, let's say. IT Media. Okay, I wonder if IT Media has a YouTube channel. So let me just quickly take a look at that. They have so few subscribers. What are they doing? They have no YouTube presence. That seems pretty lackluster, honestly. Oh, that is their IT Media, and then they have... Okay. For PC, for mobile, for news, I just feel like that's a lot of like... This gives me a headache. Take a look at business and work tips. What do they have here? Financial accounting, talent shortage, case studies. Doesn't look like the best website for this type of stuff, though. Like, how many visitors do they really have, I wonder? Okay, instead of speculating on what that is, let's take a look at, see if they have investor relations where I can kind of tap into this and look into it. This is not their English site. Nope. Oh, midterm strategy briefing. That's important for later. They do have English. Nice. I'm gonna get a bit of water real quick. Give me a second, guys. Be right back. energized with some Coquito candy, coffee candy. It's very cheap. It's $1.25 for so many. I don't know how many are in here, but like, it's like 30 or something. I don't know how they make money. One of the largest holders of data in Japan that brings technology, buyers, and sellers together. Customer acquisition platform, information acquisition platform. Let's see. So companies participating in the platform exchange data. So they're saying they can still expand their market because they haven't tapped all the companies yet. They only tapped them 2,500 companies, but there's a potential for 7,000 more customers, total customers. In-house member buyers. Current visible market 1.3 million member readers. So there's 25 million readers on their IT media. Interesting. So their business model is lead generation revenue, digital event revenue, premium ad revenue, programmatic ad revenue. They generate revenue when they provide sales leads, provide intent data, commission to run events, sponsored revenue, sales of ad slots, tie-up plans, ad networks. I'm curious how many people actually use it. That's what I need to consider. B2B business media is 82%. Oh, so this is probably stuff that not a lot of like consumers. This is like literally just people within the industry kind of read up on the news about the entire industry as a whole. But this is mainly B2B focused media. Interesting. Because to me it looks, yeah, it does. To me it does look rather boring. I would say. So what is a consumer one? IT media mobile. Take a look at that. I mean, to me, I wouldn't personally use these type of websites because they just look like pretty. Like this to me seems like someone that an older person would use, right? They have a PC user one. Again, not my preferred way to consume this type of media. I'd rather watch a YouTube video than read an article about tech, if I'm going to be real here. Netolabo. What is that? Okay, is this targeted towards is this targeted towards girls? When you sew a string into a Daiso bag, the finished product is 5 times fluffier than you imagine. Okay. It's like, looks like a lifestyle website. Like you have entertainment, you have gourmet, you have housing. Yeah, so it's entertainment. So yeah, this looks like something you. Yeah. This is something that I can't really relate to because I personally don't look at websites like this for fave log. Is that food? Oh, Kokio binder that can be used like a notebook. Now comes in a memo size. Woo. So it looks like products, daily goods, backpacks. It's like fave log. So favorite log. So everyday carry, everyday consumer electronics. What are the top articles? The back of my backpack says cool. Okay, so just everyday products here. Okay. Yeah, hard for me to relate. Hard for me to relate for these type of businesses. I'm curious what their traffic looks like. That's what I want to know. I mean, their revenue has been growing, so I guess they're doing decent. The shift from advertising model to lead gen model is in progress. Digital event revenue, lead generation revenue, programmatic ad revenue, premium ad revenue. I see. So they're diversifying the way that they generate revenue. B2B business, B2C business increasing a lot. Nice. Hachu Navi strengthen SaaS domain. What is that? System related. Others. Looks like they invested in something that is costly. Yeah, so the good thing about AI and this disruption for this type of company is it allows them to create articles more like quickly and cheaply. So like you don't need as many journalists. Like you still need journalists to add some human touch to it or to go over what is being output, but your production becomes a lot faster. So you need less journalists to do the same amount of work. Launch new website for AI by IT specialized in AI. Website for engineers who develop, move, maintain, and leverage AI. Okay, interesting. So, strengthening of customer acquisition in the AI field. Marketing seminar held to strengthening of customer acquisition in the AI field. So it looks like their strategy is very simple, right? Like just be the #1 news network for business and IT. It just seems like that. Expansion of industry DX partnerships. Strengthening of partnerships with external media in the industrial field progress to 23 companies against the goal of 100 companies by midterm target. Expansion of Hachi Navi member companies. What is this? System development project matching services, service accelerating expansion of member companies. Changes in number of member companies. 3,000, so in 2 years increase to 6,000. 1 in 3 domestic system development companies are our members. What is even Hachu? Okay, that's something to figure out. What is Hachu then? Initiatives for 2024. Brand renewals. Web accessibility tools. See, if a viewer of mine here is based in Japan, I would like to know if they actually use this type of thing. But it doesn't, yeah. What does PV stand for? It just, yeah. Trying to figure out what PV stands for. Just give me a sec. Oh, page views. Oh, okay. Over 300 million page views per month. Okay. So it seemed like their business model essentially become the go-to news source for certain industries, and then have people pay for impressions on those sites, essentially. Okay, so what is my stance on IT media? So it focuses on a different niche. So Oricon focuses on entertainment news, and then IT media focuses on business and IT. Profitability wise, is not as profitable, but pretty profitable, but not as profitable, I would say. The good thing about this company is that revenues have been increasing. Yeah, it has been increasing at a really good rate. My issue is, will this be disrupted anyway? Like, or are they really just truly the gold standard in terms of IT media? If they are, then it could be reasonable for them to charge these multiples. But I'm not seeing how, like, is it because they literally have like they are legitimately the go-to for business in IT? Like IT media is the top dog in terms of being the go-to news source, right? I'm pretty certain that Oricon probably isn't the number one source for entertainment news, but potentially IT media is the top dog in terms of business and IT news, right? There is potential for that. I just want to review the share price of this company. So at one point in time, so again, this is one of those plays where at some valuation, this company would be very worth it, but I think at current rates, this company is not worth it. So I mean, this would be considered a direct comp though. So we have learned something today. Is like this would be more of a direct comp, but they aren't in the same industry, so I will give it that. So okay, next company. We've done Kakaku, we've done IT Media, we've done Kyoto, Ganassi, M-Up Holdings, M-Up Holdings, M-Up Holdings. Let's do M-Up Holdings because that's showing up a lot. M-Up Holdings, 3661. So, okay, so price has been on an uptrend, consistently on an uptrend. Flat or range bound since 2022, roughly. And now it's reached its, no, cleared its all-time highs recently. Okay, what do they do? Emma Holdings Inc. engages in the development and distribution of mobile and PC content and e-commerce businesses in Japan. The company is also involved in the official fan site management, including fan clubs, fan sites, official artist apps, sale of CD, DVD, Blu-ray, and lottery items. some gacha component, and development of operation of content application and web services that utilize various IP such as anime and characters. In addition, it provides contract development services such as web, VOD, video on demand, application, games, and introduction support services for VR, AR, and AI technology. Further, the company offers animation, illustration, character production services. AMP Holdings was founded in 2004. Character production services. This is not VTubing, right? So let's take a look at profitability. Wow. Really, really good growth. So revenues have been on a tear. So like they're flatlined at around under 4 billion, and then 2019 something clicked and they tripled in 2 years, and then yeah, in after they're tripled in 3 years, they increased by like 60-70% in 4 years. Okay. Operating income margin of around 15%, looks like 15. A little under 15 there. Profitability. Good ROE. Those are recent. EBIT margins are in low to mid-teens and improving. Good. SG&A has declined over time, which is great. Net income margins aren't that high. Just, slightly upper, entering upper single digits. RIC. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Multiples. Take a look at the last 12 months. Let's see here. EV, EBIT, 12, yeah. And then forward PE is like not a number, so. Wait, how's that possible though? Just no estimates, no analyst coverage at all? None. I mean, that's so strange because the company usually provides some outlook, unless they don't provide any outlooks, which would be strange. Okay. Oh, a lot of cash. A lot of cash. So let's see. 70 billion market cap. They've reached an all-time high in terms of share price. 11 billion on that. So like 59 enterprise value. 59. Wow. So if they're 59 on LTM basis, 59, let's call it 60, it's like 15 times, a little over 15 times EV/EBIT. Net income 2 on 70 is 35. Yeah, okay, the market must be factoring some growth trend or continuation of some growth rate that is allowing for, oh, okay, so is that 24 now? Is at 24 now, whereas Q4 is at 19, so it has increased roughly 30%. Yeah, 40, sorry. Yeah, 25-30% in this time frame. Yeah, 25%. So there must be something promising about this company, and let's try to figure that out. Development, distribution of mobile PC content, e-commerce businesses in Japan. Official fan site management, fan clubs, fan site. Okay. I wonder if they have their own artists. Like, what exactly do they do here? Mini album, 5-member rock band. Okay. Crun Girl Group. Group companies. Fan Plus. Dear You Plus. The Star Japan. VR Mode. Tix Plus. E-ticket business and app business. Creative Plus, content business, wear company, Rowan, Japan, apparel business. That is not what I want from investor relations, but do they have investor relations? I don't think that's what they meant by. This might be the wrong ass website for that. Okay, so the star. Oh, this might actually have some comp with Oricon, because this looks very entertainment, right? Like apparel, fan clubs, VR, e-tickets. This looks like a potential direct comp. Stock information. Where their information? Timely disclosure. It's annual. I think it's annual. Yeah. They have an English version. Okay. Do they have any investment securities? Let's take a look. They do, not a lot though. 12. Okay. 12.8 before. 2. Okay, so it helps a little bit. What's their next period forecast? 28,000. So they're on track for 25. They're already on track to grow. Oh, operating profit is going to be 4.7. So very growth-like. So based off of this estimate, let's see. Let's call it 5. Let's call it 5, okay? 570 billion. They have. I can quickly calculate this. That's okay. What's their share price? I'm just curious what SK Japan was back up to. A lot of shares are back up today. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to do, since there's no one in the view in the chat right now, I'm gonna quickly do some trades. Look at my portfolio real quick. One here. Oh, there's a new viewer. Give me 1 sec. I'm just looking at my portfolio real quick. Since there's no one, but now there's someone. So give me 1 second. Okay. So continuing on, MUP Holdings, we're just calculating the enterprise value for MUP Holdings, which today is up 1.7%. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Because my attention has mainly been focused on Japan recently, so I would say majority of it is in Japan. And welcome, DVK. I have not seen you before. Welcome to the chat, and thank you very much for comment. Mustering up the confidence to talk and chat. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. You'll get a special animation that'll come up, and hopefully you can replace recent subscriber 721637. Sometimes there's a bug with the streaming software, so it might not happen. But if you haven't, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Okay, cash 12 billion, no other deposits. Any deposits? Nope. Take a look at how capital intensive they are. They only require 1.3 billion in PP&E, not a lot. Tangible 276. For the size of the company, it's very asset light. Ori, the subscriber, thank you very much. Thank you for this. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate it. How about you, DVK? What percentage of your portfolio is in Japan? Or what other countries are you in, and which country has the biggest percentage of your portfolio right now? Let me know. An open question to anyone also in the chat. Yeah. TVK, will you also be available in 2 days for the live stream? If you are, I'm looking forward to your participation. So no short-term debt that I can see. No long-term debt. Okay. So 60 billion, around 60 EV, yeah. Including long-term investments, 57, that's okay. Net assets, oh, wow, okay, very few net assets. 8 times price to book, wow. 25% in Japan, mostly hold on nets. Okay, so you're doing like a more of a systematic approach to generating returns. That's fair, that's fair. NCI, 1046. Oh, that's quite a bit. That is quite a bit. What is your top idea in Japan right now? 21%. Very, very asset light, this company. Extraordinarily asset light. They're just very, very lean. I will put it that way. So, yeah. Okay, let's take a look. 2024. So basically, they've caught on a wave of like a revenue growth trend. It seems like the market is believing that they are going to be able to continue the trajectory of some level of growth. I'm curious what that is. What has led to this? DNA is going to be low because they're asset light. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the compliment. Sankyo is the pachinko company, right? I think they're one of the largest. Yeah. It's gone up 35% since April lows. Cool. Yeah, my issue with pachinko companies are that I just don't see player count increasing ever. I think it's just going to be on a constant decline, which is not good for companies which is not great for majority of the pachinko companies. The one I did like was Subaraya Fields, where they're able to redirect their pachinko earnings into their Ultraman IP. So that one has done pretty well. So that was Subaraya Field Holdings. This one has also done quite decent. Yeah. This one also went up around 30%. There's another company that does like pachinko services, but also diversified into, I believe. No, that's the wrong company. I'm thinking about a different company. There's a company that does parking lots and then diversified into golf courses, I think it was. I don't believe there's a pachinko one. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while. There might have been one pachinko company that diversified into golf courses or ski resorts or something of that matter. But yeah, what I'm looking for to pay for in pachinko is a company that can diversify out of pachinko, because pachinko is so cash flow generative. But the thing is, there's so many cross holdings, cross shareholdings, and people aren't really innovating in a way that makes pachinko more enticing. In fact, the tech in pachinkos hasn't improved. The only short-term or medium-term catalyst is that with the integrated resorts in Japan in 2030 coming out, basically allowing citizens of Japan to play, to actually gamble, that might relax some regulations in terms of gambling. It also could drive foreigners to play pachinko. That's one thing that's untapped. But then pachinko is set up in such a way that's so unfriendly to foreigners. I just don't see that happening yet, but could be a potential catalyst. But what I'm looking for in pachinko companies is, can they divert those cash flows in a productive manner into other areas, right? And I haven't seen many of them do that, right? And one of the companies that has that potential is Subaraya Fields. I actually have an article on my Substack listing that information. So pachinko, uncovering pachinko part 1, part 2. I have that on my Substack. Basically going through what is pachinko, what is the business model, what I'm looking for, what companies I like. And I'm pretty sure I covered Sankyo in one of them. And then just covering like some of the macroeconomic stuff that I saw. Yeah. Well, the company I really like was Glory, but it's because for Glory, pachinko is like a 5%. They do the peripherals, but it's literally just like 5% of revenue, so it doesn't really affect them. One of the cheapest was Game Card, but again, the issue of Game Card is like how can you divert it? Like, yes, there's a lot of cash, but then how do you crystallize that cash, into shareholder returns? Like that's the issue, right? Like, if one of the best things that could be possible is literally buying up these companies and redirecting that cash, but you can't because there's just too much cross shareholding, right? That's the issue. So yeah, if you want to look in more into this, I advise you to have a look at what I have to say about pachinko industry. I mean, because they're so cheap, I could be completely wrong too, right? Like, because they're so cheap, they're nets, and then people just might, yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to do a basket of pachinko companies. You don't want to do just like, you want to select the cheapest, the select few that are the cheapest, and then just hold on, I would say. Um, yeah, yeah. The question that I had was, how is it gonna be possible for pachinko to flatline in player count or reverse that trend? And no company in their IR has given me a good answer to that question, which means, in my opinion, pachinko is just going to continuously decline, right? And you can see that by the industry reports, that it hasn't slowed down its decline. It's maintained the same decline rate for the last 20 years. So yeah, that's my gripe of that. One way to play it is companies that provide you with really high div yields. So I do have some pachinko companies. No, say I don't have any. So I do have Super I Fields. Full disclosure, I own that. I also own Mamiya. And I bought it at a dip because the div yield was just too amazing. I think it was like 7%, something like that, when I originally bought it. So I just couldn't refuse that low, like 2-3 times PE at 7% div yield. Just looked too amazing to me at the time. So yeah, I own Mamiya, which is just peripherals for the pachinko company, for the pachinko industry. Yeah. So going back to this one, M Up Holdings. Cash flow. What do we see their cash flow is? Okay, so next thing, DNA. Okay, impairment losses. Okay, investing activities. Purchase of PP&E. Not a lot. 368. Purchase of intangibles. -9. Not a lot. Any analyst coverage? Potentially they are. Potentially they have analyst coverage. 70 billion market cap. Nope. None. Okay, we can just make a conservative estimate on what that could be. What's our historical cash flow statement look like? It's been high in recent years. What's our investing activities looking like? Oh, 409. Okay, some bigger investments recently. probably just to expand their revenue capabilities, but nothing like because they're so generative. It's cash flow generative. I don't see it as animated acquisition. So there are gonna be some goodwill impairments there as well, and we can see, yeah, pretty stable goodwill impairment of 218. 218 until this year, where it dropped by half. So likely it either drops by a half again, or just ceases to exist, maybe. DNA 257. What's DNA been like? Okay, it's probably on a downward trajectory then. 200, 100, 300. Sure, let's be conservative and say 350. I don't think it's going to be that high. I don't think so. CapEx. Let's see here. So let's add this up. So this is 550, 950. Say 1,200 over 1, 2, 3 over 6, so around 200 per year. On average. Not really anything scientific here. Person tangible assets. Let's just do 60. That's okay. Tax 30%. Yeah, really growth like multiples here. This is something harder to really determine, right? What this provides though is it provides an upside picture of what Oricon could be valued at if it shows promise in accelerated growth, right? And Oricon has a few legs for that, right? Oricon can continue to improve their ranking list, right? I don't see a limit to how large the ranking list can grow. It can definitely continue growing. And another leg that people are missing in the Oricon picture is their advertising, right? So they can expand their advertising, they expand their ranking list, expand the credibility of their award system and their trademark, and it could grow into a multiple like this over time. I see that as a potential for this company, for that company. Yeah. So I would say this is a direct comp for sure. So we'll put that in the direct comp list. M-Up Holdings, direct comp. All right, what's the next company? M-Up, Kokaku, Kyoto, Unext. You're next. Unext is down here on WAC. Unext, okay, ROE is good. Unext is a little bit under in simple ROIC. Okay, let's do UX. Unext is next. Welcome. There's a new viewer. I was just smiling because I was just looking through my Twitter. He just asked me like what keyboard do I use. I use a V6 Max. For anyone interested, it's a Keychron V6 Max, and the reason why it's Max is I think it's because it has the number pad, and I just need to use it. I think I have the with yellow switches. Sorry about that. I will go back. Okay, so next is Unext Holdings. So again, for the new viewer here, we're basically going through the comps of the Oricon, and we found two direct comps so far. One bad comp that doesn't really have much to do with Oricon, and then one indirect comp, and basically a business model that's asset light. So most of these companies are basically just asset light, or all of them are asset light. And essentially, we're just trying to find figure out, is any company able to create something that rivals Oricon, right? And that's the objective for today. Wow, okay, so Unix has been on a tear. So 3x'd since its lows in 2022. Oh, initially 3x since COVID, tanked 50%, and then proceeds to almost 4x in the resulting years. Okay. So Unix Holdings offers entertainment services. It operates through 5 business segments: content distribution, store service business, telecommunications, business systems, and energy. Wow, very diverse. Provides and sells a Unix video distribution service, distributes music, provides, sells, implements store solutions, offers services for restaurants, manages and develops music copyright. The company also offers USEN, IoT platform that enables one-stop services to offer wireless communications and business equipment. The U-Music service that combines AI, which provides Store BGM services, and USEN Marato Store DX, which offers a package service, including the U-Regi Cloud, U-Pay payment services, order system, security cameras, in-store signage, insurance. They also operate Hitosara and provides tabelog services for restaurants. How do they provide tabelog services for restaurants? Tabelog is owned by Kokaku, so I'm curious about that. In addition, it operates sales agencies for optical internet lines and proposes the sell services for building ICT. Okay, a lot of different segments essentially. And then they have energy business. Let's take a look at profitability. So I'm getting the inkling that this isn't exactly the closest comp because the margins are pretty low. One of the lowest margin businesses I've seen is probably because they're so diversified in so many different fields. So SG&A margin. So there has been operating leverage, and the SG&A margin dropped. Actually, no, I take that back. All that is SG&A as a percentage of revenues dropped. Gross profit margins have also dropped though. Yeah, low single. I don't really like low single digit margins. So income statement, are they growing revs? Oh wow. Okay, so even though margins are kind of in the low single digits, they have doubled revenues in 6-7 years. So gross profit, operating income, 28 billion. Net income of 15 though. And really high PE. What's their interest? How much cash they have? Oh, and they have a lot of debt. I don't see this as being a direct comp. For sure not a direct comp, but what's LTM income statement? Of 30. So it has improved. Q4 30, 28. Oh, okay. Never mind. Barely. 13 times, roughly. I'll just quickly look at it, but I don't think this is a comp. Pretty sure this is not a direct comp. They have too many things going on. Maybe a segment within their business is a comp, but like, this is not a true comp. There might be a business within their segments that competes with Oricon, but not really. Our business. Content distribution. So Oricon does that. We can look into what type of content distribution they do. Store, facility solutions, communication, energy, nope. Financial, realty, global, nope. So it's probably something like here. Video distribution service business, VNO. YU mobile. Don't know what that means. Take a look. Subscription video on demand. Newspaper, digital plus, streaming lineup. Are they like are they doing like Netflix stuff? Oh, they have a YouTube channel. Let's take a look. Unext Korea, Unext football, Unext martial arts, inside Unext. Let's take a look at Unext promotions. It's 300,000. Wow. Okay, not bad actually. So it looks like some TV dramas, some movies. There's so many different Unext channels that are pretty small in size so far. What's our X account look like? 634,000, 38,000. What do they put on there though? So they look like some type of promotional company that like helps foreign companies kind of tap into the Japan market, maybe. Entertainment consumes people's free time. Okay, we still don't know what they do. What do they do? What do you do, buddy? Welcome. Wow, we have four new viewers. How are you guys doing today? I'm just going over the comps of Oricon right now. I'm looking at Unext Holdings. Doesn't look like a direct comp because they have so many business segments that are completely unrelated to what Oricon does. But I'm just the ones that are most likely to be close competitors. I'm just looking into it right away right now. YU Mobile. The company operates as MVNO business, YU Mobile, which was established through joint investment by Unext Holdings and Yamada Holdings. In order to provide what is required in a low-cost SIM as simply and reasonably as possible, U-Mobile is committed to achieving simplicity and satisfaction. What does this mean? Oh, this is a telecommunications company, right? Okay. Looks like it. Okay, this is not. Yeah, they offer cheap SIM cards. Okay, not related. That's completely not related. Content distribution, but how does that even fall into content distribution? That just sounds like so stupid. Let's quickly look at presentation materials. Oops. Please open. Okay, IR library. Let's take a look what the company does. If anyone of you new viewers and want to just ask any questions, feel free to ask or engage however you want to engage. Q2 data book. I would like to look at their fiscal year end. Click the wrong one. Do they have an English? Oh, they have English. They have Anglais. Nice. Nice. Okay, what does this company do? Let's figure this out right now. So content distribution, store services, communications, business systems, energy. 8% EBIT margin, 9.9. Sorry, this is higher than that, like 15%. Business systems. Let's see, is there a portion of this where they go into detail of each segment? Segment information. So B2B, DX for stores and facilities, high probability and labor shortage solutions, business systems, automated payment machines, reception machines, operational management machines. Automated payment machines market share in Japan #1. Really? Okay, well this competes with my Glory investment, so I'm unhappy with this. Market share, music distribution for stores in Japan. Background music, POS system, cashless payment, catering robots. B2B, business to business. Automated payment machines, reception machine, operational. Interesting, okay. DX for individual lifestyles. Subscription video on demand. So is that SVOD market share in Japan #2? Are they trying to compete with Netflix? So is that why they have some type of growth multiple being tied in because Unext? Communications, broadband, internet, cloud, ICT. Okay, that's not. Content distribution. Please provide me more details on your content distribution. Subscribers. Okay, so they have, Unext has growing subscriber count of 4 million, up to 4 million. So, okay, so if they are doing a streaming service and they're doing a good job, so they are able to grow. They've basically doubled their subscriber count in 4 years, which is good. Former Paravi, I don't know what that is. What is former Paravi? What does that do? That is not right. Unext. Okay, streaming. Okay, Japanese video streaming firms Unext and Paravi are to merge, creating a largest locally owned player in the Nippon market. Absorb streaming service Pure Paravi. Okay. The biggest Japanese provider of paid video streaming service in the Japanese market. However, the merger provider will be second to top player Netflix, of course. Okay, so they could be Netflix, as I said, yeah. The sales of the combined Paravi service is 80 billion, with paid subscribers totaling 3.7. So, okay, so they're just combining streaming services. So now 4.45. So they've grown user count by acquisition, but the thing is, after the acquisition, they had 0.83, now it's dropped to 0.48. So, that's not good. What happened to, okay. What happened to Paravi though? See, the reason why I'm looking more at this deeply is because they have this Netflix competitor component, which is very interesting, right? I want to know, because, okay, Oricon is the, or Tabelog is the food reviewer of choice that dethroned Michelin Star Guide, right? This is Japan's answer to Netflix, right? So I'm curious how many subscribers are in Japan. But if they're able to grow from 2 to 4, 4.5, or even organically from 2 to 4, that's a good thing, right? Like, So marketing expenses as a percentage of sales. So okay, it's dropped to 9%. So they've been able to let's see, how much do they spend usually? Okay, so 1.62, that's 4 for around 8.5. Okay, around 8, 9, 8, 9 there. 8, 9. What's over here? Okay, so they've been able to increase marketing expenditure, but at a lower percentage of sales. So that's good. That's good. ARR. That's good. ARR is going up. Yeah, they've doubled users and ARR has doubled as well. Monthly recurring revenue. Seven-year partnership contract with Premier League in England. Okay, so I think this is like soccer. Yeah. So what this could happen is anyone that's a soccer fan would likely do a content stacking, right? So people who go on Netflix don't have to exclusively go on Netflix, right? They can take a break from Netflix and go into Unext, right? Or if they're wealthy enough, they can have Unext and Netflix, right, at the same time. So Unext has the rights for all Premier League games starting in the 24-25 season and ending the 30-31 season. Launch of the soccer package started in August with a monthly fee of 2,600 yen, including tax. Includes the Premier League and La Liga Spain's top soccer division and other soccer games. Distributed to hotels, stores, and other locations. Oh, bars and stuff too. Okay, so not only is it for a streaming service, it also is you need it if you want to, if your bar wants a game or something like that. Oh, interesting. I wonder how much it costs for them to acquire this right. So content distribution does not compete with Oricon anyway. So store services, music distribution subscribers. Do they have sometimes the companies have like an entire video on demand, music distribution for stores, store DX, automated payments, broadband internet, ICT for service, rent guarantee. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Might be something that's interesting to look into in terms of as a growth company, but for me, this is not something I'm currently interested in. Might be something you could be interested in as a trade for its potential to be the next Netflix of Japan, right? Certainly has that trajectory, but then on P basis, I don't know. That's a good price for this company. Really not sure. Potentially, if you see lots of promise in them taking market share from Netflix, then you could argue that like a 15 PE would be really cheap potentially, right? That EV/EBIT of 10 times is not bad. They have some debt. Not bad ROIC. Just I don't know about the streaming service business model really. They probably want to keep net income low because like you want to be aggressive in your customer acquisition. So I don't this is yeah, if you're running a competing business against Netflix, if you want to compete against Netflix, you want to be spending quite a bit on marketing. So I expect these numbers to look like this, honestly. So that's okay. Okay, quickly moving on. So this is not a comp. This is a bad comp. Next one. Okay, so there's two companies, I guess. So we just put Oricon over here, I guess. Cyber Agent and Ganassi. Cyber agents over here, cyber agents over here. So it seems like a worse company, cyber agent. Ganassi, ROE 1.8%. I mean, we can just look at it. We can look at it. Doesn't matter which one. Okay. That's some interesting price action. 800. Last year, August. This has doubled in price. August. April dropped to 1,000. So it's up 50%. What do they do? Cyber agent engages in the media, internet advertising, game, and investment development business, primarily in Japan. The company operates Amoeba, a blog service, Tapple for online dating, Awa, a music streaming service, and WinTicket for online betting. Okay, so the only reason this is a comp, I think, is the Awa music streaming service, because Oricon has one too, but then they're selling it, so it's not really a comp anymore. And WinTicket for online betting. Online betting. Interesting. It also offers internet advertising agency and okay, so that competes kind of as a comp, but a weak comp in ad technology services and smartphone games. In addition, the company operates a programming school for kids. Wow, it's a completely unrelated field. It provides application rewards points, exchange platform services, AI services, digital transformation. Okay, whatever. Too many different categories, I would say. What is the profitability? So, wow, really bad. Really terrible. But is that because they're just also similar to Unex in that they're just actively investing? Huh. What are the multiples here? 35. No. 10 times EBIT though. Profitability really bad. Really, really bad. Really terrible. ROIC 9%, but it's climbing. So it could be one of those scenarios where they're just spending a lot of money on advertising, right? To grow its, growing businesses. Okay, what's the income? Actually, I forgot to look at income statement, because if their revenues are actually growing, then it could be justified. Annual, please. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So your revenue is grown quite a bit. 200 mil in 2014 to 300 in 2016, all the way up to 800 now. So it has revenue growth has been pretty good. Operating income very unpredictable. Okay, pretty sure this is also not a direct comp, but. Oh, they have a YouTube video. Okay, that's unexpected. Okay, financial statements. Oh, okay, they do have. Yes, welcome back, Haley's comment. I missed you with your in-depth local Japanese knowledge. I have a question for you. So I just looked at Unex. Okay, it's known as essentially like the number 2 market share in terms of streaming services to Netflix. Do you use Unex? And because it's grown its subscriber base from 2 million subscribers all the way to 4 million, so it's doubled in 4 years. Just curious what your impression of Unix is and whether they have. I don't know if you've used it personally. Yeah. Hey, congrats! You're the number one fan now. You've dethroned whoever was number one before that. Who is number two right now? You gained 75 XP points. Congrats! You're leveling up as a fan. Yeah. Yeah, if you have any insider or not insider knowledge, any user consumer knowledge or of using Unix, have a Johnny's Otaku roommate who likes the boy group Snowman. She is subbed to Unix. Okay, cool. Have you personally tried it? I'm just curious. What do you think about it? And whether there's potential for Unix to be the replacement to Netflix, or a very, very close competitor. I mean, even that would be pretty good, in my opinion. Yeah, they have exclusive streaming rights. They have exclusive streaming rights to. I just looked it up earlier. I can show you real quick. To some like sports thing, soccer. Yes, so they have Premier League. So they have rights for the next 7 years, to be the exclusive broadcaster or streaming platform for Premier League. And yeah, so if you're a sports bar, you're any hotel or whatever wanting to do that. Okay, you're one of those people. I see. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. To be fair, for certain Japanese shows that aren't available on Netflix, right, I have no choice but to pirate sometimes. Yeah. Or just stream it on some website, let's say. Do they have English IR? Doesn't seem like they do. Do I have to? The number one commenter badge is a mark of fame, much like the one on Reddit. I haven't used Reddit all that much myself, so no comment on that. Yeah. Okay, I need to quickly convert this IP just to read it, because cyber agents fiscal year 2024 IP. Quickly do that real quick. Translate it. Hey Fernando, welcome. You are number 3 on the list. Thank you for engaging. I'm still doing Oricon. I'm currently doing Oricon. In that Oricon is the comps, right? So if you want to do the exclusive Oricon analysis, it's in my previous streams, but right now I'm just going through the list of all the comps right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so my online doc translator is not working, is bugging out right now. Please work. Okay, it's working now. Okay, and then Haley's comments question is, when you look at Japanese companies, is there a wheelhouse or area you focus on? Not exactly. I would say that my background is in consumerist companies, casino companies, tobacco companies. I do a lot of non-ESG stuff. I used to. But when I look at Japanese companies, my idea is always this. It's always look at companies that I can, if I don't know it, companies I can potentially understand, that could potentially be in my circle of competence. So I've never looked at companies like Oricon before, right? But it's like I can logic through how they make money, and that's very important. I have to really understand how a company makes money, how it interacts with consumers, its customers or its end customer, and figure out this business economics. If I can figure out what the business economics of that company is, then I'm very comfortable in investing in it, right? Um, if it's a company like pharma, biotech, that stuff, like I just don't understand that stuff, so I wouldn't be comfortable investing in that kind of stuff. To a certain extent, I know there's a lot of talk about like semiconductors, those type of companies, but to be fair, like I need, for me to be comfortable, I need to read a book to, just to get, to understand that a little bit more. So yeah, I think I'm very comfortable with consumer companies, consumer durables, consumer discretionary, that kind of stuff. Okay, Haley's comment said, I have JT that has been good, but of course not as good as PM. Sorry, I'm missing the point there. What do you mean by that? I have JT. There's something in my eye. I'm just gonna just get a little paper towel and rub my eyes. Give me a sec. Oh, Japan Tobacco and Philip Morris. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I have full disclosure, British American Tobacco. That for a while was like really undervalued with its 10% dividend yield at one point. Couldn't really understand why the market priced it that way. But yeah, the tobacco industry is one of those industries that's just has its cycles. Yeah. Gaming business, internet advertising business, okay, media business. So I think the two comps are the media business and internet advertising. So that's probably what we're going to be focusing on. Abima hits 30 million. Media business, advertising, market growth. The above mentioned increase in sales have led to expansion in market share. Three main businesses are performing well, so their revenues have gone up. 8 billion yen is what they're saying. Okay, so let's see here. 2013, they're at 1.2 by. Okay, this is not in complete correspondence because this is just. Okay, give me 1 sec to open the Japanese version. So yeah, that's not very good formatting. Okay, 6. Okay, so 2010, 1. In 4 years it doubled. In another 4 years it doubled. 2022, sorry, 4 over here. In around 6 years it doubled. Okay. Next. Operating profit. So I don't know what lot did this drop. Okay, it got into defensives a bit starting last. Oh, you got into defensives a bit last year, which has been good despite U.S. market grinding higher and higher. My roommate says that Abima is a little racy in their content. Slightly sexual content, horse racing. Okay, so it caters to the degen, eh? The Japanese degen. I mean, we need to we might need to do some market research to determine if that's true or not. If there is race, if there is sexual content, because we want to protect the interests of our viewers, right? Employees 7,850, consistently increasing employee count. So if they're doing that, that means they're purposely increasing SG&A in order to probably grow the company, is what I suspect. So they're in growth mode essentially. Don't care about that. Console games. That's the impression. Oh, good. No worries, no worries. We'll look into that to confirm. Just to give Cyber Agent an opportunity to clear its name. We'll have to look into that a little bit. Purely for market research purposes, of course. This is what? This is the internet advertising. Okay, so internet advertising feature plans continue to utilize AI to maximize advertising effectiveness and improve operational efficiency. Daiba Studio. Oh, they have like a dedicated AI assistant, CA assistant, visually enhanced Japanese VLM, language learning model. Interesting. Okay, game business. 5 new titles, including 3 console games. They're doing games, so 2 billion, so like 20 million, so it's kind of like a small segment for them. New titles are a hit, so they're kind of like, the profitability is all over the place. Let's see, this is 15% operating margin. This is like just over 10%. This was like over 30. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. Okay. These games look like games that kind of target a certain crowd, I would say. They have a KFC collab, so it can't be too racy to be collabing with KFC, I would think. So these probably aren't ecchi type of games. Anime, movie, comics, console game, merchandise sales. Interesting. Okay. Chikawa Pocket. Future plans includes 5 book released by new titles with multiple hits. What is this? So they have console game, PC game, Shadowverse, SB timing. Don't know what that is. See, I'm not the biggest gaming person, so a lot of this is new to me. This other IP. Does that mean they're creating like a... What is this for? Is this... Game title incorporated on the last page. Are they making a mobile game? Oh, mobile game for Jujutsu Kaisen. Interesting. Undercover gambling. Oh, if it's Kentucky Derby, then this is, oh, right. So I think what this is like literally like these chicks are racing. Like they're like horses, but they're chicks. Or chicks that are horses. I don't know. I'm not really fucking, I don't know this type of stuff. Like I don't. Oh, it's a gacha game. It's a gacha. Yeah. I think I saw like one YouTuber I'm subscribed to is Giguk. I think I saw him like featuring this anime. This is not my thing. I would not watch this, but like I can see how some people would, because horse racing in Japan is like pretty big. I mean, even amongst Chinese people, Hong Kong people, I mean, just amongst Degen people, horse racing is pretty. And then now you have an anime cute girl component. Oh, nice. Okay, so they're doing well. Okay. Nice. Good to know this background information because I'm out of the loop with this type of stuff. Like, I play poker and badminton, so it's like pretty low tech type stuff. Media business. Okay, media business has been doing really well. Okay, what type of media do they do though? Oh, but all has been, okay, increasingly less unprofitable. Abima. So Abima is probably a website, right? Let me take a look at that in a sec. Okay, Abima News. Okay, so they've popular sports and anime news. Oh, okay. Anime news. So I can see how that can be a little unhinged. Yeah, Abima Premium with ads. Abima Premium. So, wait, is this also a streaming service, bro? Drama produced by Babel Label and hosted by our company, strengthening our original contents. Oh, this is like another streaming service. Oh, this is racy. I've watched Informa. Informa's on Netflix. Was on Netflix at one point in time. Okay, so Fernando says not of Netflix, but kind of their service for streaming news and some shows, such as sports. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're okay. I'll have to go back. I kind of missed the first. Okay, U.S. major streamers, etc., all playing it. Yeah, it's gotcha. So it sucks with the money. Okay. Francis, Abima is Netflix. I kicked myself because I knew that Pokemon card game was coming out, knew it was going to be big, and I didn't think to buy the company they produced it with. Get same vibes with Uma. Well, not a Netflix, but kind of their service for streaming news and some shows, sports. So yeah, they still okay, but then you have to pay something, right? So it is a streaming service, right? So it's not like Netflix, but it's like it has news. So it's like, but it's still a streaming service. So yeah, it's a shitty one. Okay, but how much does it cost? It's 580 yen, and if you want no ads, you need $10. Viewing content all on-demand advertising can be none. Chase playback function. Simultaneous viewing devices 1. Okay. Why the fuck would you pay a monthly premium and watch ads? I don't understand that. Variety shows. Okay. Well, the good thing is that they've kind of gone to the point where they're no longer as like not profitable. So they're losing very little money now, which is good. You could say all TVs come with it pre-installed, like Unix, Netflix. Some content is free, like news, and some sports events, but the rest shows are. Oh, okay. So if you want to watch more stuff, then you have to pay money. I see. So you have users, and then you have unconverted users and converted users. I see. Continued high WAU. What does WAU mean here? Cross-media development leads to a huge hit game, Uma Musume, recreating the success of continued high WAU based on participation of original IP creators and establishment of related businesses. Okay, so it seems like they're gonna be. This is actually more more competing with Unix and Netflix than other things, but they're doing some gaming stuff, emerging probably some gaming content maybe. So like anime and gaming content within their Abima. Okay, so. Joint project within the group, TV anime adaptation of original IP. So then you put this original IP, Project Sekai Colorful Stage, a film adaptation. Wow, I have a friend that plays this game. I didn't even know there's a film related to this. So yeah, this could be streamed on Abima, I guess. Apocalypse Hotel. No clue what that is. Reference materials. Sales. Yeah, so okay, let's quickly get to the chase because I don't want to waste any more time on this. So confirms my suspicion that this company is not a comp. Is not a comp at all, but probably closer to Unex than. But yeah, if you want to make a basket, so if you wanted to do like a Netflix comp basket, which is not what I'm intending. Netflix comp basket, you know, like then you would put Unex into that, right? You know, and then you would put Cyber Agent into that one. Okay. Ganassi, what is this company? What is this company here? Doing poorly. Price-wise. But at one point it was 3 Gs, 3.6 Gs, and now it's 1/6 of the value. Description: Ganassi primarily engages in the operation of news and information applications in Japan. Sorry, give me one second. Ganassi primarily engages in the operation of news and information applications in Japan. The company offers Ganassi, a mobile application that provides information curation service available for iPhone, iPad, okay. Service today, an all-in-one application that provides news, weather, transit information, fortune telling. So you mean like astrology? Available for iPhone, Android. Okay, NewsPass and news and information application available for iPhone, iPad, and UN. Okay, so this just competes with Oricon News, is what it's saying, and UN, a wellness application available for web-supported platforms. It is also involved in growth investment, business and consulting, and media advertising, and entertainment business, as well as provision for internet service. Okay, whatever. Next, how's the company doing in terms of revenue? Crap. Okay, that explains why it's dropped by 1/6. Okay, so they yeah, 2019 was their high, their peak, and then they dropped off a curve. So they weren't able to compete in the news. How has their margins done? Operating, okay, it's really struggling in marketing in the operating income. Okay, I don't really want to focus too much time on this. We could probably just say screw this very quickly. I have a feeling. Okay, because then it's not a threat, right? If the company is like in shambles, you're looking for a turnaround story, which may or may not happen. Are they turning around? Oh, okay, so they're turning around. They're gradually turning around. So this might, okay, there could be a turnaround component maybe. 600. What's their enterprise value? So, okay, so they have 5 billion in cash, 10 million enterprise value. At its peak, it was 40 billion. Now they're 10 enterprise value. So this could be some turnaround. This could be a turnaround play. EBIT margins went into the shitter. Okay, this is a real. You have to be really this is just looking into the business and seeing if there's any redeemable aspects of the company. But for it to be negative 28% and then bring it back, but think about how it was able to bring it back. And the market's reaction is that initially good and then kind of crap. And what's the 1 year? 500. So it's up 25% roughly. We'll just take a look for the sake of it. But not a real comp. Well, it has some news, so do they do entertainment news? If they do entertainment news, then it would be a comp. But then the question is, once you lose users, it's harder to get them back. Okay, let's look at what the company says. What do they do? Ganassi. Optimally deliver information to people around the world. Ganassi aims to deliver appropriate information to the relevant people in a society where the amount of information keeps increasing. So it seems like it's a general news platform. There's no real focus. Like, Oricon is entertainment news. Like, what type of news are they doing? It collects various information on the internet based on its own algorithm, evaluates it, and delivers it to users. So which means its algorithm is shit in determining what its customer wants to read. O-Service Today. O-Service is a free all-in-one application that you can use anytime. Not only the information you need for daily life, including news, weather, transit information, fortune telling, but also convenient, affordable, and fun features such as shopping, point earning content. Okay. News Lite. Deliver news and information automatically selected using newly developed information analysis and distribution technologies to users. IR Hub is a support service for timely disclosure. Standardizes all IR operations related to information disclosure and provides one-stop support for project management and research to drafting. Okay. Wait, this might be something actually. IR Hub is a support service for timely disclosure. It standardizes all IR operations related to information disclosure and provides one-stop support for project management. By freeing companies from manual work and reliance on individuals, IR Hub enables them to focus on essential IR activities that truly convey corporate value. Looks like a stock thing. Okay. People think equals people here. Sorry, I'm missing the point. What do you mean by that? I mean, I guess I could look at the Q3 report. No, they should do better with their English. Oh, okay. So no, yeah, you've never seen anyone use it, right? It makes sense. I mean, that's why their revenues have dropped, because people aren't using it, right? So. Okay, they got back to achieving operating profit. So they're doing something right. Oh, it's an app that gets bundled with carrier. Okay, so that's similar like Google making Google Chrome the default browser, right? Or a search engine for the iPhone, right? So something like that, probably. Shop and commerce business launched in January 2025 has already secured orders shortly after its start, moving steadily towards establishing a third revenue pillar. The business attracted strong media attention with over 30 articles published at the time. Establishment orders are steadily increasing. Preparation are underway to launch services for multiple game titles. What is this? What is this thing? On January 23rd, 2025, S8 Plus was established, launching both S8 shops and Game 8 store with the enforcement of the Act on Promotion of Completion for specified smartphone software. S8 Plus has officially entered a newly opened massive market worth over $2 trillion. Okay. S8 Shops, a one-stop service for building and managing external payment websites outside app platforms. One-stop service for building and managing external payment websites. Business 2 Game 8 Store, an e-commerce service within Game 8 that enables the sale of in-game items and game download keys. Okay. Offering diverse options and fair pricing for game users, enhance user satisfaction by providing a seamless transition from game walkthrough media to payment along with point rewards. Providing publishers with new sales and payment solutions. Deliver strong marketing power through low commission fees and extensive reach of one of Japan's largest game media platforms. AUM and deposits, both key KPIs, have been steadily growing since the merger, with NESFIB deposit services entered full-scale role in April 2025, with further growth expected going forward. Assets under management. What is this business? So they have more assets under management and what? More deposits. What is this business? What? Okay, growth resumed following the merger with deposits, especially meaningful on revenue. Holding a banking license has begun to show tangible benefits, including lower borrowing costs driven by deposit inflows. The name was changed to Slice Small Finance Bank, marking the launch of India's first fintech origin bank that leverages the power of its brand. What? What type of automatically translated IPs are these? This is just like, what is this? Reflecting the earnings outlook and the growth potential of Slice, Ganasso has determined that it can achieve a balance between stable shareholder returns and business growth. Growth of Slice. Slice has evolved into India's first fintech origin bank, significantly increasing its future growth potential. Earnings outlook. With Ganassi achieving profitability on a standalone basis in Game 8 and continuing to grow steadily, the profitability of stable profit generation on a consolidated basis has increased. Okay, so they're confident that they're going to generate positive returns or be profitable in the future. Okay, so they're saying that they're going to be a turnaround. So breakdown of net sales. Game 8 continued to maintain high levels of sales driven by overall performance. Game 8, 456, 445, 634, 635. So Game 8 is doing well. Ganassi ads. So their ad business is doing terrible. Okay, sales of Ganassi ads are the total of Ganassi, NewsPass, O Service Today, and Lucra. So all their news media outlet apps are generating less and less ad revenue, is what I'm hearing. ADNW. What the fuck is ADNW? Game 8. This is Game 8. This is Game 8. This is Slice. So Slice is their fintech app. Cost structure. Okay, so let's see here. Server expenses has gone down. Revenue sharing. Advertising expense. So they've tuned down their ad spend. They've tuned down ad spend but has been able to have some profitability, which is good. Personnel expenses gone down. Ad network costs. Okay, finally, a description of what the fuck they do. Okay, let's see. Business model of our media business. We obtain content from external media, content partners, and offer the service to users free of charge. Wait, do you pay for that shit? We provide advertising space to advertisers to serve ads to users, and we receive revenue from advertisers. So content providers. Okay, so content providers provide content and they revenue share. Okay, that's fine. Advertiser provide ad space, pay an ad fee. Okay, browse content and create ad space. Provide content and advertising. Okay, so this is internally created then, right, from the providers, right? Technically, Oricon is a content provider because they make their own news articles, right? The user purchases used goods. I see. So when a user actually buys something, that's what benefits the advertiser. Okay. Okay. So they might be okay. So this is kind of the thing about the business model, right? If your app is too pushy and trying to get people to buy stuff, people are going to be pissed off and not use your app, right? But on the other end, if you're not as pushy, then you don't convert as much, right? So you're at odds. Like, do you prioritize the interests of the advertiser or the interest of the consumer? I would say you focus on making the experience for the consumer as good as possible so that it becomes habitual that they use the product. And you don't want to make them use it in a way that they get pissed off, right? What's a good example of this? Trying to think. Okay, let's say you watch anime. What if some people like there are different pirated websites for anime, right? What's the best ones? The ones that are the one people like to use the most are the ones with the least amount of ads. Correct? The ones where if you watch a series and you have to click through 8 pop-up ads is the one you don't want to use, right? You want to use the one that has the least amount of ads. So it's the same kind of concept here, right? So, okay, Ganassi sales, DAU, daily average users, dropped by 3%, cumulative downloads, increase in downloads, retention rate, sales over DAU, 87%, 97%. Excuse me. So they give me a graph that doesn't show jack crap over here. Number of active users, monthly average users, monthly active users. News pass and O service has been declining, which is true. Like if AU News is dependent on being installed on a phone that you bought, it's basically bloatware, right? And then if you can delete it, then you don't have to use it, right? Can also see advertising expenses in estimated IR. Okay, so media business is doing poorly, so that's not something to be scared about for Oricon. And Oricon is also content creator, so it actually probably gets some revenue share if it distributes its articles and stuff to this company. Gate8 develops its business around monetizing advertising revenue through game walkthrough media. The company provides a wide range of marketing solutions by employing diverse advertising strategies, including writing game walkthrough articles. Oh, so helping people beat games, basically? Okay, media provide articles, people view articles. Watch videos on YouTube, ad revenue. Distribute video content on YouTube, serve ads. Okay, so video articles on how to play games, and then videos on how to play games. Clients. Provide ad space to clients. They give a fee. So this is just a YouTube channel. This is not just what? Gaming companies provide fee, and then so you probably stream their games or write articles about the game. Yeah, force installs. Yeah. So it's not surprising to me that AU apps, right? That if you're forced upon it and you don't like the first initial experience, then you're gonna uninstall it, right? So that actually says more about the actual app because it's forced upon people and they've used it and they don't like it. That actually probably says something about the user experience, that they're not optimizing properly. Okay, operates its own game walkthrough site. Homepage takeover ads on a game walkthrough. Create articles on game walkthrough. Providing advertising strategies for websites. Operates game media of the highest number of page views in Japan. Manages its own. Okay, this actually could be something. What's it on YouTube? They said they have a YouTube channel, right? Nani?
Or has it been a fun year of gaming?
So this is an English channel. Is there a game AJP? Ah, there is. Okay, so what is game H? Do they have more channels? Is there a channel that I'm not aware of? They have a website. I mean, this looks... Is this it? 18.8k subscribers? Bro, what is this crap? You only have 18.8k subscribers on this thing. Like, what are you talking about? What? How do they even generate that much revenue? I don't get it. So it must mean that their normal website is doing very well, which I have no clue if that's the case or not. Seafood list, cooking recipe list, lists of seafood. What? So for Animal Crossing. Okay, so let's see here. So Japan's largest game strategy website. Okay. So hold on. This is frustrating. Okay, so they do cover a lot of apps. Home game strategies. Sure. Where is special? Okay. News. Is there a different Game 8 Japanese channel? Because it doesn't feel like it should be that low. Like, I don't... That means it's barely established its gaming channel. Like, I don't know why people would pay them for such small exposure. Like, you would be better off paying, like, an actual Japanese gaming YouTuber than doing this. Okay, so kind of bullshit. Sales. Wait, you're telling me it generated 235 million yen, which is like 6 million. No way this website generated 6 million bucks. Seriously? And how much operating profit? It generated, let's see, this is 3, 5, 7. $7 million profit. No way. Page views. Oh, I guess when people buy items, then they get some commission share, maybe. What? Domestic game media. Maintain high profitability supported by overseas media due to yen depreciation. Revenue per million views, per 1,000 views. Okay, so if anything, it's their website that's doing well. I don't see how you can, unless I got the wrong YouTube channel. GP 9.7. I don't think so. Yeah, 18.8. Like, I don't see anything else. So I'm not sold on that either. Slice. This seems like something interesting. Financial services business based in India, known for its intuitive digital-first design that has gained strong support among young users. Following the merger with blah blah blah, the company has expanded its range of financial services, including the acceptance of deposit as a licensed bank. So users deposit, interest payment, cost of funding. Oh, so you deposit money, we give you some moolah, then you lend it out. Okay, so just like any fucking bank. So deposit has increased from 100 million to some amount. They just said it goes increased 9%. Okay. Deposit interest rate, they give you 6%. And then other people give you 3%. How's that sustainable? Okay, this might be part of their customer acquisition cost. They get people to deposit maybe, but like for that to be only 9%, I don't know. That doesn't seem very good to me. AUM loan balance remains stable during the preparatory stage for merger. So after merger, they're able to grow it. 100 million. What is the actual AUM, bro? Like, give me an AUM. Like this is on purpose, right? You're I don't know if you scaled it or not. Like, what's the actual amount? Fuck, stupid. Profitability per AUM has remained largely stable, so they're profitable. Are they? Interest income, other income. Gross revenue per AUM. Repayment of high interest borrowings from external financial institutions progressing with a shift towards low interest deposit based funding. Borrowings. Deposits. As borrowings gradually shift to deposit, the overall cost of funding continues to decline. So now they're called Slice, a small finance bank. But how's Slice doing? I want to know how Slice is doing. So if you have a banking segment, tell me how you're doing. Oh, jeez. New service IR Hub launched, powered by LOM technology. Ahead of the Tokyo Stock Exchange mandatory English disclosure rules taking effect in April 2025, we have launched IR Hub, a cloud-based disclosure support platform equipped with advanced AI-powered translation features. The service is already being adopted by multiple companies on a paid basis. One-click generation of high-quality English disclosure documents. AI support. Oh, I might want to try this out. Is it good? A searchable database of pure disclosure examples works even with ambiguous keywords. Let me try it out. Like, is there like IR Hub JP? Like, let me try this out. Yeah, Ganassi. IR Hub. Literally IR Hub.jp. If anything, even if I don't figure out anything, if this actually works, it's kind of cool. Can you translate, please? Please translate this page for me. We also provide simultaneous disclosure in English, dramatically improving the productivity of IR operations. Okay. Functional results, presentation, timely disclosure, PowerPoint PDFs can be translated in 30 seconds without any loss. High precision translations, specialized in oh, but this is great. Okay, does it work? I have to inquire. So, okay. So this is a landing page, essentially. So I can't, Oh, plan is 50,000 yen per month. It's a clear flat rate plan, so 500 bucks. That's fucked. I'm not paying that much. Okay, yeah, I'll stick to my poorly, my poor man's Google Translate for now. Yeah. Company profile. This could be a turnaround story. I'm just not really sure yet. Slice, GC. Yeah, they're doing poorly, but they could turn around. Slice was founded in 2015. Since 2019, we have invested in a cumulative total of 3 billion yen in Slice. 30 million. In October 2024, the merger process of Nesfib was completed. On Slice's contribution to our corporate value, IRR 30%, investment capital 5.5. The highest market cap among small finance banks. Okay, you want to pat yourself on the back like that? Go ahead. Slice P&L is minus 7 billion yen, so minus 70 million. Wait, hold on. They're not even worth that much. How's that possible? So, okay, they have an investment interest. A sales of 15 billion yen. They lost 7. Total assets 33.9 billion yen. Equity ratio over 50. So they lost a little bit of money. Now they lost a lot of money. Okay, let me go back to the top. Okay, Ganassi, game, others. Okay, so Slice is not consolidated into their financial statements. That's what it sounds. It seems like it's just something that could turn out well, given it's an investment that could return. So it's not incorporated. It doesn't look, yeah. So, or else Slice would be in here, right? And the fact that they lost 7 billion yen, it's like as a percentage of what they own, it's like, Okay, too complex at the current stage to have any further opinion, but the extraction as Ganassi is not a comp at all. It's just, well, it shows you what can happen if you're not very good at your news outlets, right? Like how you can fuck up your news outlet. Which means you have to really watch your monthly effort user. So that's something for Oricon if their users start declining, right? Which hasn't been the case. Oricon News has been doing well. Their entertainment news has been doing well. They've been doing a good job of that. So don't see that. So the main direct comps are M Up Holdings, IT Media, indirect comps. I mean, not exactly comps, but yeah. And then these ones don't do anything. Yeah. Okay. So yes, thank you everyone for participating in today's live stream. Thank you very much, Fernando. Thank you for coming back. Haley's comment. Who else was in here? Thank you for DVK. Thank you for Maymood's investment. Thank you everyone for tuning in and engaging in the chat and offering your own local knowledge. It's always very nice to discuss with you guys about these companies, because I don't know nearly enough about companies in Japan unless I were to live there, which could happen in the future. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind living in Japan for a period of time and be able to connect with you guys locally. That would be cool too. Yeah. So yeah. I think the extraction here is that IT Media and MM Holdings shows you what can happen when you do a good job with your news outlets, right? Kakaku shows you what happens when you can create a good, very good ranking system. And I think it's a merge between Kakaku, MM Holdings, IT Media in the approach of how do we want to view Oricon, right? Because it's just way too cheap, right? And if we can extrapolate ideas from these three companies and apply to Oricon should be worth way more, is my view, right? And yeah. So in terms of what I've done on a live stream basis, I think I've done enough. I'm just going to be going back and letting these ideas marinate in my head and actually write out a stock pitch. And that's something for you guys to look forward to. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, there won't be any further comps analysis. I think I've done enough. One thing I will look into is whether there is a ranking system or competitor to Oricon that I have not factored in that has a trademark. That's something I need to really figure out. And if I can figure that out, then very good. A lot of opportunity there for sure. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll catch you guys another day. And make sure to like, subscribe, comment. And in 2 days, I'm going to be doing my Japanese company live challenge. Please tune in, engage in the chat, talk to other people, and yeah, talk to you guys I'm probably going to live stream tomorrow too. So talk to you guys tomorrow, and also